Deveshwar ji, Andrew Steer, Chandrajit Banerjee. I am really happy to be here with you because I know months ago Deveshwar ji met me and he made me write in my diary that today is the day when I must come here. And I'm really happy to join you in Sustainable Inclusive Solution Summits. And Deveshwar ji spoke with his heart, and he is a passionate person. So he speaks with passion. His whole persona is that of a convincing personality. So somebody who speaks from heart and is passionate about what he does. Andrew Steele actually gave a very good overview of what is happening, and actually he praised it, good, bad, and again good news. And I'll take from there. The good news is that 100 days ago, people in India, 800 million voters, but more than 600 million voters voted, and voted decisively in favor of Narendra Modi government, because that was a big transition in democracy. What has happened is, the earlier regime, I don't want to go into the blame game, but as far as Environment Ministry is concerned, it was a decision. Not to take decision was the ensuring sustainable growth. That was the paradigm that time. We have changed that. Because if you don't take decisions, if you delay everything, you don't grow. If you don't grow, then you can't achieve sustainable development growth targets. So you need to grow, you need to take decisions. And you need to take decisions while balancing both the sustainability and the growth. And to that end, what we have done in last 100 days is, we have started taking decisions. We have started taking decisions, and we have deleted the word delay. So decision is in, delays are out. And that's what we have done. So I can say, where thousands of file backlog of thousands of file was there, today on my table, it's all clean. The decisions are taken. और उसमें से 80% उद्योगों के ऐसे निर्णय किए हैं, एक तो हमने पॉलिसी बेस्ड डिसीजंस किए, और चेहरा नहीं देखा किसका प्रपोजल है, मुझे मालूम भी नहीं किसका फायदा है. मुझे बाद में लोग कर रहे फोन कि भाई साहब ये तो पहले अद्भुत हुआ कि हमने कुछ आपको बताया नहीं, हमारा आदमी मिला नहीं और आपके आदमी को मिला नहीं, और फिर भी हमें आदेश आ गया. तो यही तो चेंज है. ये अच्छे दिन ऐसे ही आते थोड़े ना. So this is how we have ensured decisions. And we are taking policy-based decisions. First, we wanted to bring transparency. And to that end, we have started online application, online submission of application for environment and forest clearance. And I'm happy we have succeeded. More than 250 proposals in 2 months have already been registered online. We are giving them a special ID, and with that they can track where the file is. This is the most important job. Otherwise, when your representatives go in department, and particularly in environment, it's like office series. And you can't find out where the file is. And now you can track it on your own computer at your home comfort or workplace. And so there is a periodicity, there is a compliance, there is accountability, there is a timeline. And that's how we want to process. We have shortened the timeline also in many various processes. And we want to do it further. We want your positive suggestions to do that. While taking decisions, we care for nature. We care for our earth. And as you were saying that we can't go on consuming future generations' resources. And therefore, because today is the ozone day, I was just with the children and I explained them what is ozone layer. Ozone layer, to me, माँ जो बचपन में हमें दुलाई देती है, चादर देती है, रजाई देती है, ब्लैंकेट देती है, जो बच्चे को बहुत प्यारा होता है. मैंने देखा है, क्योंकि मेरे ग्रैंड चिल्ड्रन अभी वो उससे बहुत प्यार है, जो माँ ने एक बार दिया है उससे बहुत प्यार है, तो वो जो कवर है, प्रोटेक्टिव कवर है, वही दुलई, वही रजाई, वही चादर, वही ब्लैंकेट है जो ओजोन लेयर ईश्वर ने हम पृथ्वी के लिए दिया है, वही तो करना है। और उसको हम क्षति न पहुंचाए, उसको नुकसान न पहुंचाए, हमारे पोल्यूशन के कारण उसको छेद न करे, ताकि अति नील किरण वहां पहुंचे और आपका ग्लोबल वार्मिंग हो वो न हो। यही तो पूरी कहानी है। And to that end, we must ensure that there has to be a systematic planning. So what we are now saying, earlier I am changing the vocabulary also. Earlier they used to say, sir, there are files of forest diversion. I said, why? Why diversion? What we are saying is, we are reforestation proposals. We have reforestation proposal, that's the positive attitude. Because we will be doubling the forest. If some industry starts, we will double the forest, we'll make it more green, we'll make it more intense. Our forest cover becomes the carbon sequestration points, and it creates real wealth for the nation. So we have to be positive right from our approach, our vocabulary, our everything. So we are doing that. More importantly, now last week only we have made environment norms more stringent for cement industry. After knowing fully well that cement is our largest production in the world, but I want to do it for all industries in future. But I have a rule to follow. What rule? To make environmental norms more stringent, they must be practical. So I asked my officials, have you discussed this with cement industry? Yes. Consultations have been done. Was it bilateral? Or whether only you gave lectures and they listened? No, they participated. What are they ready for? If they are ready for 3, stretch it to 5. Don't impose 10. That's my rule. We will go ahead with this rule, that's give practical condition, but then we will ensure 100% compliance. There is no, उसमें कोई दया क्षमा शांति ये नहीं है, किसी को compliance करेंगे। गंगा को प्रदूषित करने वाला, यानी गंगा जो दूसरों को शुद्ध करती है वही अशुद्ध बन गई, मैली हो गई, तो इसकी कहानी क्या है? हमने भी studied it from गंगोत्री to जहां मिलता है सुंदरबन में। और जब हम वो देख रहे हैं तो हमें पता चला कि गंगा को प्रदूषित करने वाला सी, आर वाटर बॉडीज इन द कंट्री आर polluted to the level unimaginable. Why? 1/3 of the industrial waste still goes untreated into the water. 1/2 of domestic waste ultimately finds into the water bodies. And 2/3 of the agriculture waste, pesticides and fertilizer, ultimately percolates in the and flow in the water bodies. So we are contaminating everything. This is not a sustainable way of living, and we must take care. There are STPs, sewage treatment plants. 80% of them are non-functional. Then why we have created those? This is not done. Because we must create infrastructure for clean environment and we must use it. In industrial production, there are factories who have effluent water treatment. They operate when our inspector go. They immediately shut down when our inspector goes out of the site. This is not done. Big industries follow many things. But even 20 years ago, I fought near Pune, and an industry, I will not name the industry, but it was a 600 crore project. But farmers came to me with lot of complaint that their whole polluted water comes to their farm and they have become, they can't do any farming there. So I went, I did videography that time. That time there was no sting and there was no citizen journalism, but we did the video shooting and we submitted to the government. They had to close, they have to order the closure of the plant. Because you can't live unsustainably for a long time. You must take. So we are taking decisions, we are promoting industry because we must grow. Because I must tell, and I am telling you now, next week I am going to Ban Ki-moon conference also on sustainable development. I am participating in Major Economic Forum also, which is just 2 days preceding the Ban Ki-moon conference. And then we are signing the Minamata agreement also on Mercury. The issue there is that What is the environmental disaster? The environmental disaster is poverty. Poverty is the biggest disaster. Unless we remove poverty, we eradicate poverty, we can't have a level playing field, we can't have a definite way of sustainable living. Our Indian ethos and Indian lifestyle is really a sustainable lifestyle. We love nature. It is part of our life. हमारे एक जो विचारज्ञ थे बीजेपी के दीनदयाल उपाध्याय जी, वो हमेशा कहते थे कि हमारी जीवन की श्रृंखला कैसी है? व्यष्टि, समष्टि, सृष्टि, परमेष्टि। तो व्यष्टि यानी व्यक्ति है, व्यष्टि, समष्टि माने समाज है। तो एक व्यक्ति है, फैमिली है, समाज है और सृष्टि है, चराचर सृष्टि है। उसमें फ्लोरा है, फौना है, एनिमल्स है, सब कुछ है। तो ये सब मिलके एक चराचर सृष्टि बनती है और वो है और फिर परमेष्टि है। तो ये एक जीवन का, एक सस्टेनेबल लाइफ का पैटर्न हमारा इतिहास का हिस्सा है। तो हम तो जी रहे वैसे और जिएंगे, लेकिन देखते देखते हम बचपन में थैली लेकर जाते थे, प्लास्टिक था नहीं और एल्यूमिनियम के इसमें ही दूध लाते थे। वो बदल गया 40 साल में। अब प्लास्टिक इतना हो गया कि आप कोई प्राणी मरता है तो इसके पेट से प्लास्टिक ही निकलता है, यहां तक आ गया और पूरा देश प्लास्टिकमय हो गया, पूरा कचरा वही है। तो सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट हैज बिकम रियल प्रॉब्लम, एयर pollution has become real problem. The vehicular population in India has also grown more than double in 10 years, and it will grow more than double in next 10 years. So this is how we are growing. We must grow, but we must have, we are making the emission norms from vehicles also more stringent now. Because why diesel norms were lower than the petrol norms? Because we thought that diesel, that was a socialistic concept, and now the price differential between the diesel and petrol is practically gone. Now it's both market driven. So now we can also prepone the higher stringent norms for diesel vehicles also. We can do and we must do. I think that's the model of ensuring growth with sustainability. And that's how we must grow. If we do this, I'm putting various new ideas also on, because you and Andrew talked about the consumption also, and that's important, and you also talked about consumption. So earlier we used to say that per capita emission, and world used to laugh, oh, what per capita consumption, because your population is more, you want to show your emission less, and that's why you are putting up this concept. After all, emission is emission. Whatever you are emitting goes and depletes the ozone layer, and therefore we must see the total quantity and not per capita. I said, okay, let's talk about per capita consumption, because consumption is the cause of pollution. So whoever consumes exorbitantly is the polluter to me. Because if you are pointing fingers at China and India being the most popular, most polluting countries and fastly developing polluting countries, then who is the consumer of that pollution? If some countries are consuming and exporting their pollution to other countries, then that also needs to be debated. So we have to have a responsibility as measured in various new terminology also. What I am putting is that what we have ensured and what we will do, where I want your cooperation, is that industries must grow also. Your effluent treatment plants must work. And please help us. We have closed 46 industries on Ganga, in Ganga Basin, and we are going ahead. We have alerted 140, put them on notice that within the next 3 months, you must improve. And by March, everybody must put the sensors, the new technology we will use, the sensors which will give my computer a feel of 24/7 monitoring of what is actually getting discharged from each industry. If that becomes a thing, therefore we want to improve our monitoring, we want to go ahead with our making our norms more stringent, we want to be eco-friendly, but we want to be growth-friendly also. And growth and sustainability is not A versus B. It is both possible together. So my slogan is always development without destruction. My slogan is environment protection and growth both together, hand in hand, and we can achieve it. And CIA can become real partner in these efforts. With that, I wish this conference can deliberate and give me the gist of what you deliberate so that we can take this action plan forward. All the best. Thank you very much.